Sanırım başlayabiliriz. Öncelikle kendimi tanıtmak istiyorum. Ben Hakan Can Evren, Elkor'da kıdemli satış öncesi ve satış sonrası mühendis olarak çalışmaktayım. Aynı zamanda Axence'den Thomas ve Jersey bizimle beraber. Thomas teknik tarafta Pre-Sales Consultant olarak çalışıyor. Jersey ise satışın başında. Sunumumuz şöyle ilerleyecek. Önce sunumumuzu bitireceğiz. Sonrasında ben sunumu Thomas'a devredeceğim. O da size demosunu yapacak. Demo bittikten sonra da soru cevap kısmından sorularınızı sorarsanız cevaplayabiliriz. Öncelikle Accence'den biraz bahsedelim. Tamamen iç kaynaklarıyla Polonya'da kurulmuş bir firma. Yaklaşık 20 yıldır aktif vaziyette ve 4000'den fazla dünya genelinde müşterisi var. İki farklı ürün üzerine çalışıyor. nVision, IT Infrastructure Management ve Connect Pro Axence Remote Support'la çalışıyor. Uzaktan destek ürünü olarak. nVision'la başlamak istiyoruz. Ne işe yarıyor nVision? nVision uzaktan görüntüleme ve yönetim tarafında hem daha tek bir arayüzden daha güçlü, daha kuvvetli bir yönetimi sağlayarak işletme maliyetlerini düşürerek işlerimizi kolaylaştırmak için kullandığımız bir ürün. Tek nokta üzerinden, makine üzerinde yönetimi yapabildiğiniz bir ürün. İçeriğinde neler var? Network Management, Data Card dediğimiz basit tarafta bu USB ve DLP tarafının tam bir DLP olmayarak verebiliyor. Data yönetimini ve data korumasını sağladığımız ürün. IT Asset Management dediğimiz IT ekipmanları için kontrolü sağlayabileceğiniz ve raporlama alabileceğiniz. User'lar tarafında yani kullanıcılar tarafında data güvenliği ve kullanıcı yönetimini sağlayabileceğiniz. Aynı zamanda uzaktan helpdesk destek masasıyla uzak destek modülüyle beraber son kullanıcıda destek verebileceğiniz bir ürün. Bu Axence sayesinde zamanınızı oldukça verimli ve e, sağlıklı kullanıp normalde çok zaman harcadığınız uzak yönetim işleri, işte kullanıcı yönetimleri, datanın korunması tarzı şeyleri çok kısa sürede yönetebilirsiniz. Network ve inventory tarafında helpdesk ve ITSM tarafındaki özelliklerin hepsini birleştirerek bütün bir yönetim konsolunu tek bir çözüme entegre edebiliriz. Ürünlerimiz iki yapıyla çalışıyor. Network tarafı tamamen ajansız olarak çalışıyor. Bu ne yapabiliyor? Network scanning yapar, TCP/IP tarafında SNMP counter'ı, syslog server'ı, işte TCP/IP servisleri bunların hepsini network tarafında ajanslı olarak belirleyebiliyoruz. Geri kalan 5 ürün ise makine üzerine ajan kurarak çalışıyor. Örnek vereyim, USB ve dışarıdan taktığınız drive'larla data card ürününde e, yetkilendirmeyi bu ajan tarafıyla yapabiliyorsunuz. Aynı zamanda bu ajan Windows Defender'la da entegre çalışıyor. Ticket sistemiyle yani bilet sistemiyle uzaktan açılan destek biletlerin, support ticket'ları e, uzak bağlantı tool'uyla beraber bu merkez üzerinden yönetebiliyorsunuz ve desteğinizi verebiliyorsunuz. Inventory Management dediğimiz ajan kurulu olan makineler üzerindeki software ve hardware lisansları dahil software'lar ve hardware'lar dahil olmak üzere bütün ürünleri denetleyebiliyorsunuz. Users dediğimiz yani kullanıcı tarafında ise hem kullanıcıların dataya erişimini ve datanın güvenliğini sağlama tarafını artı Active Directory tarafındaki user yani kullanıcı yönetimini bu tool üzerinden yapabiliyorsunuz. Bunların içinde neler var? İşte web siteleri, dosya indirme, ekipmanların yönetimi. Bunların hepsi bu ürünle ajanlı yapıda bizim tarafımızdan yönetilebiliyor. Axence on-prem çalışan bir ürün. Bir tane sunucu kuruyoruz ve lokal admin server kurabiliyoruz. Remote admin konsollar ise sınırsız sayıda kurulabiliyor. Yani bu bize neyi gösteriyor? Birden fazla yerden makineleri yönetebiliyoruz. Bir tane sunucuyla bütün sistemi kontrol altına alabiliyoruz. Arka tarafta PostgreSQL ile çalışmakta. Aynı zamanda çok büyük sistem gereksinimleri kullanmamakta. Bu da ITSM tarafında kullandığınızda sizin için hem maliyeti hem şeyi düşürmekte. Sistem gereksinimleri burada mevcut. Belli portlar açılarak bütün yönetim şeylerini kullanabiliyorsunuz. Konsol için gerekli olan ve agent için gerekli olan portları burada yazıyor zaten. Bu portların hepsinin açık olması gerekiyor ki agent sonuçlu olarak sunucu üzerine bağlanabilsin. Connect Pro'ya gelelim. Bu bizim remote support tool'umuz. Bu ürün ne yapabiliyor? Tek access'le son kullanıcıya bağlanıp remote desktop yapabiliyorsunuz. Aynı zamanda buna gerek duymadan e, arayüz üzerinden yani e, kendi iç tarafınızda mesajlaşmayı sağlayabiliyorsunuz. Hardware'ları ve yazılımları konfigüre edebilirsiniz. İşletim sistemi detaylarını alabilirsiniz. Artı yan tool'larıyla beraber işte CMD dediğimiz command line'ı, dosya yönetimini, arka taraftaki proseslerin çalışmasını, artı registry yönetimini bunun üzerinden yapabiliyorsunuz. Zaten Active Directory entegrasyonu da bu ürünle beraber standart olarak geliyor. Axence kimin için gerekli? Axence'ın referanslarının bir kısmını buralarda görebilirsiniz. Şu anda Türkiye'de herhangi bir referansımız ne yazık ki yok. Yeni başladık zaten çalışmaya. Ama yurt dışında oldukça büyük firmalarda hem remote support hem de ITSM tarafında kullanılmakta. Bir iki tane örnekte de bunu açıklayabilirim. Mesela Axence nVision'ın Healthcare Polonya Sağlık Bakanlığı tarafından support olarak, direkt support ürünü olarak kullanıldığını söyleyebiliyoruz. E, Modivo oldukça büyük bir ayakkabı firması Polonya tarafında gene baktığınızda. Bunlarda da 3750 tane client'a hem network hem inventory hem users hem helpdesk tarafında e, destek sağlayabiliyor. nVision'ın en büyük özellikleri operasyonel kolaylık, genişletilebilirlik, çok kolay ve kısa zamanda deploy edilebilmesi ve fiyat tarafında hem maliyet tarafında çok daha e, açık şekilde kombinasyonları size gösterebilmesi. Şimdi Thomas'ın zamanı. Demomuzu yapalım. Thomas biraz daha detaylı olarak size anlatacak. Thomas, that's your time.
Thank you so much. That's what I was waiting for. Now I would like to show you how the system looks like. My name is Tomasz Domalewski, and well, my role will be to drive this part of a technical presentation. I will start with a network module. As you can see on one of the slides just a few minutes ago, we have 6 modules. The first one is network. Network, I'm not sure if I can mention because of my lack of knowledge of your language. Network is actually a free module as long as you take any commercial license from us for nVision. What I mean, so if you take any other module, or any other modules for any amount of devices, they are working based on the agents. So we have to install the agent, and then one of those modules can take the data or change something on the station. But network is different. Network is the only agentless module in the whole nVision infrastructure, what means it's also outside of our licensing system. So it's always like an add-on for you if you are going for nVision software. That's important because it doesn't matter how huge and complicated your IT infrastructure, IT network is, you always have like full visibility with network modules and you always can scan and monitor each and any of your IT device. So how it works? Basically, the network module works on popular network protocols. So we are starting with network scanning, and this is like the first thing that we have to always do. So we have to scan our network. The base idea to do it is always to scan all the subnets, because then we have like the best kind of answers from a system. When we did this first scanning, the system will show us the list of everything that has been able to find. So when the system finds something, it's showing us what type of device or system found. Then it's showing us, of course, the IP address, where is it located. Also, what kind of servicing are this device answering for, and base data like service response time or the amount or percentage of lost packages. We are working on few popular protocols like SNMP, ECMP, or also WMI. So, for example, if you have both devices that are working on SNMP and also servers or virtual machines with Windows, you can monitor all of them with the same tool. You can collect all the data, even from Windows servers, with WMI protocol. If you would like to extend this monitoring, if you would like to do and monitor more on Windows servers, then you have to install the agent on them and use one of the functionalities from other modules of nVision. But basically, you can monitor all of the devices and all of the Windows machines with network monitoring only. All right, so what the system can show us and what kind of views and data we can collect and found in this system. First of all, we have our subnets. This is a default view as well. So this is like something that system did for us after the first scanning. Here we can find the list as well, if this is a view that we prefer, but also we have something called the map. This is a default map, but even in a default map, the system is showing us like different icon for different type of devices. So we know that this is a firewall with this fireplace here, and this is a printer, for example, even after first look without any other checking. Here we have sensor, and here, of course, we have a server. So this is a default view. And then if we would like to collect like more information and check something, we can always open the device from any place in the system and take a look about what's important for us. So here, of course, we have a performance information from this device. Also, we can click here to take the info about, for example, how fast is it answering for the ping, or how is the communication looks like on other protocols. As well, we have something called counters. To add the data into the counter, we have to take a look about the SNMP tree. Just give me a second to log in, okay? And here from this SNMP information, from something called MIB tree, we have to find a detail from one OID. When we found this detail that is important for us, then we're clicking the right one, adding it to the counter. For example, here the print maybe will be important if we are speaking about the printers. And when we add it to the counter, then here the system will start collecting data about this parameter and collect us the whole history. Here we have interesting perspective because we have like the total history from last, call it 2 weeks. Then we had a huge break. It was a huge problem with this sensor, right? Because for over 1 month, we have no data. That because it was like outside of the system and it was turned off. But this is a sensor that is collecting the temperature and humidity information from our server room. So we, for the whole time, have all the information about the temperature. It's between 18 and 27 degrees centigrade. But what happened if the temperature will be too high? If the temperature will be, for example, over 40, 45, 50 degrees, that might happen, especially in a server room, especially if the air condition turned off. Well, it will be nice if the system can inform us about something like that, because this is like critical information for us, and this is not our role from a technical perspective to monitor it like hour by hour, right? We have some other things to do. So to get this, this info from the system, we have to define an alert. What's important? The alert might be created for each and any module from the system. Doesn't matter if we speak about network, users, inventory, all of them might be a trigger for us and can generate the alerts for us. From the perspective of network, for example, what might be a trigger? Well, the status of the device, for example, or the information that the device is shut down for too long. Or some information about the interfaces, or maybe the services as well. Of course, the system may test for us, for example, our web page, and check if our website is answering fast enough. About that, we have SNMP threshold, and this is exactly this situation. So if I would like to create an alert for temperature, I should choose SNMP threshold. Above that, we have Windows thresholds as well. The information from the Windows might be a trigger, from users, as I mentioned, from inventory as well, from data guard, and even SNMP trap. So this is like the first part of an alert. We have to choose the data that will be running on the alert for us. After that, we have to create the answer, the automatical answer from the system. So we have to define what the system should do with this information. And of course, if you are speaking about temperature here, the system should inform us one or other way, and that the temperature is too high. So the system might create a sound or a desktop alert to inform us, but we are not always next to the computer, right? We are sometimes doing something in different part of the office, and we have only a telephone we have us. So then it will be great if the system could send us the email, the SMS, the information via Microsoft Teams or Slack. And this system can do it, of course, for us. But that's not the end. The system is not only to informing, it's also to run a task, do something with this information. And what we can create a script that nVision will run if something wrong happened. Of course, it may run the program remotely. It also can send SNMP trap, turn on or turn off the device based on wake on LAN, and it can manage the Windows services. So it can start or stop the Windows service. It can shut down or restart the computer, even add the log to Windows events. Based on these functionalities, we have clients to reduce the administrator works up to 40%, only on automatical actions after breakdowns, after something happened, when something stops working. You can do even so like everyday thing as information about how much of a black toner we got, and to automatize the answer from this system when the toner is lower than, I don't know, 10-15%, to send the email, but directly to back office, someone who is arranging that kind of purchasing. So of course we have even everyday thing, and based on those modules, you can reduce a lot of administrators' job. Okay, what else? So again, we have a view for network module, and what we can find here. Here we are going to custom maps, and we have a view of a connection. So here we have our firewall, then the first switch, the second, the core switch, and after the core switch, we have plenty of devices. So what we can see, well, the system is automatically creating for us the interface mapping and all the information from the interfaces, how fast it is, and what kind of insert we got in the interface. So of course we can collect and take a look on those data. Of course, we have a monitoring of performance from this device, and also we have informations from different interfaces, how fast they are answering us. Here you can see that we have an issue with this device because the status is unknown. So we definitely should check what is happening with this device. Of course, this infrastructure is lab only, so it's nothing critical for us. We can create links between devices. We can add some parameters on these links just to be sure, for example, on which interface we have connected which device. And of course, we know what's behind the switch, what's behind the interface, and where is it connected. What else? Well, we can create a different perspective of mapping as well. So if from our perspective, it's important to know where exactly in our office the device is located, or maybe you have like very complicated server room in your company and you would like to always know and always see where device is located at which shelf in your rack, then you can add some backgrounds like you can see here. This is one of our level of office. So we add this map here, and we added some devices in different places because this is how easy you can manage them. Just click and push it to a different place. Of course, each and any time if you see the device icon, you can double click on it and open the information about this device. So you have like always this option that always you can work on it. So any type of graphic you can add in the background, and you can manage the icons the way you would like to always see where exactly everything is located, and to have like the easiest way to fix something when something will be wrong. The next section is departments. This is like the logical perspective only. And the last one are smart maps. So smart maps is like the automatical reports, let's call it, or automatical folders that are refreshing automatically and looking for the devices with the same information in it. So if you create a rule to look only for Cisco devices, the system will be looking and adding into this catalog only the Cisco devices. If you are looking for the level of importance, then the system can define you only the devices with critical or important importance, etc., etc. There is no restriction. You can create any type of rule here, any you want. All right, maybe that will be enough from network. Now let me skip to inventory. So our inventory module has like two roles. First of First of them, of course, we have all the data about the Windows station. We know how the CPU, RAM are utilized, what is the status of system disk, and what's the smart drive statuses as well. But we have more information because we have an agent. So as we have an agent, we have not only the network monitoring as it was in all devices previously, but now we can go deeper. So the system is creating the audit for us and is collecting all the data about what are the parameters of this station, what type of BIOS, and what's the date of the BIOS we got here. So like the complete configuration of this computer, all we have here, even the information like the amount of physical slots are available for RAM and how much memory do we got. On all of those information, we can create as well the alert, and if someone will change this configuration of the station, then the system may alerting us that something has been changed. Also, we have complete list of connected devices. So anytime that someone will connect something new to your device, you will get the info here, and you can monitor it even if the employee is working remotely, even if he's using his own peripheral devices. You have always this view. And the same kind of information you can collect about the software. So you have like the full list of the applications that are installed right now on this computer, but also you have a history about what has been changed. And again, you can create an alert that will inform you if someone will change the software configuration, will change the list of the software on his computer. So when someone will install or uninstall the new application. Okay, now let me show you something about the Windows. So we have like complete visibility of the Windows from this perspective, and that's important even without connecting like on a live view to the computer of the employee. So we have like a complete list of the startup commands, all the information from the environment. We have local users, and we are able to change the rule or add or delete the local user as well. Local groups, routing tables, network shares, smart drives with a deep dive as well, and task scheduler. From the other hand, we have Windows services, Windows event log available from the nVision perspective. Also the processes. So when someone will call you and said, okay, guys, something is wrong with my computer, it doesn't work, it's freezed, you can open processes here and just terminate the process with the biggest amount of utilizing CPU, because that might be the issue. And then, of course, we have remote command line here, and we can use it even for a few computers in the same time, but this is like the option from help desk. All right, so this is like the one side of inventory module. From the other hand, we have like complete visibility for all the assets that are important for us from probably IT perspective, but not only. Sometimes we have clients who are using the inventory also for other departments like back office or some others. You can create the administrator, but only with very narrow accesses to the system. So you can create, for example, the administrator only with access to inventory and only to this view, nothing else. That's why we have clients who are using this system also outside of IT department. What you can do here, what you can do here? Well, you can create all of the structure of this list of assets. Sorry for a second. Sorry. Here we have global fields. So what will be important for each and any of the assets, then assets folder, so how the structure should looks like, and then the assets type, what's behind the below the folders as well. Also, the system can create new handover protocols based on the templates that you will add here. And the system may detect the assets themselves, like automatically, and it's your decision which of them will be added assets automatically and which of them not. And of course, you can insert here the inventarization from other system or from Excel, for example, just based on this option. When you create this view, then you can add some new assets as well, and you can work on the assets that you already get. And I will show you one of them. This is a card of one of the assets. We know the name of this asset, who it belongs to, who's responsible. We have James. What's the status? And what's the serial number and inventory number? What's important is the fact that the inventory number is showing here by the QR code. It might be any other type of codes. And when you print the system, when you print it and stick it on a computer, for example, or on the asset, like physically, then you can use your mobile phone and the application called Inventory Assistant, Axence, I believe so, to take a photo of this QR code and to manage this asset from your telephone perspective. That's important. All right. When we would like to transfer it to other person, you can do it anytime. You can click handover and generate this protocol that I showed you earlier. We are choosing the right protocol, the protocol number, the date, of course, who is taken, who is handed over, what are the assets on the protocol. You can add more of them, and then you are choosing the right template. We can click generate it, save it, and then you can see like the fresh protocol. So it's for Polish. It's today date. You have to trust me. With some header, with all the information, and with the spaces for a signature of people who handed and taken over this asset. After that, you can make a copy and add to documents to have all of those details in one place. Also, to documents, you can add things like confirmation of purchasing, some invoices, things like that, that will confirm your guarantee or something. Also, as we have a list of all application that has been ever installed on our computers, and we have it here, right? We can add licenses as an assets as well. And when we did add licenses here with the amount of them, that's very important, the quantity, then the system will create automatically software added for us. So it will check the amount of installation, then the amount of license that we get, and show us if we have enough licenses, more or less than we should have. It's very useful tool. Also in inventory, we have MSC packages, so option of remote installation of different type of software. Also in help desk, we have software presets. So this is like the option that you can create a list of software and automatically install it on various amount of computers at the same time. That's important when you are, for example, trying to make an actualization of some software in all the computers, or you would like to prepare a new computer for a new employee based on the list of application that he needs when he's starting. Software repository. This is nice space because you are adding here different type of application or with different information about how it should be installed. And when you did it, you can add it here with the access for a group of employees, and those employees might install the software by themselves on the computers without local admin rights. And of course, all of those information you can find here, so you know if something has been installed correctly or if there was any issue with the installation. All of those information you will find in this space. Right. So now let me tell you something about the users monitoring. So we can choose Anna, and I will show you what we got. So generally, when we open a card of an employee, we can see what type of groups she belongs to, who is a manager, and when she was created and logged into a computer. But also, we have all the visibility for the activity of this employee. Let me show you some interesting data from last year. Okay, so we have like general overview here. Also, we have information from work time. So what time she start and finished the job, what time when she has a breaks, etc. But the most important part is here. We have full visibility for applications, both the usage time and total runtime. So if you have something in the background, then you will see it here. You can see that employee has like open script that he may even don't know about, or maybe he's using Netflix on his third monitor and not clicking on it anytime. And here you have application timeline. So you have click by click all the details about how the employee was working on his computer. And the same kind of information we can collect about the web pages. So we knew the total time of activity on this application and the amount of visits, but also we have timeline. So click by click, we can drill down, for example, to the moment when something goes wrong and some breakdowns starts. Also, we have a monitoring from our printouts, so we can see who and on which printer print what kind of documents, how many pages, and even how much it cost our company. And here we have monitoring on bandwidth. So if you have any peaks, you can create an alert that will inform you when employee like make too much of a traffic, and then you can check if everything is fine, or maybe he is sending some company data to a cloud, because we have clients with that kind of issue. If you are worrying about the employee, about what the employee is doing, you can create a rule for screenshots. The system might do them even every 5 seconds if you want, and collect all the information like as a proof for you when something wrong happens. Also, the system may detect someone is pretending that he is working. So is pretending that he's clicking the keyboard, that he's pretending that he's using the mouse, or he's using something called jiggler that is simulating the keyboard or a mouse. Our system can detect that kind of activity and send us information about that, and also create a screenshot when it will be detected. All right, so if we have all of those data, it will be nice to create some rules and restrictions. So based on this option, like it's here, you can create a different type of restrictions. For web pages, you can add here, for example, a list of web pages that you would like to block, and of course add some whitelist to allow. From the other hand, you have an option of application blocking, so you can block different file with exe type, and also you can create a rules for downloading files, and here you can block all, allow files based on a different information like type, keywords, or a name. All right, now let me go to data guard module. Here we have an option of managing the flash drives. You can manage different type of drive. Doesn't matter if it's a flash drive that's using USB, as some storage device, or SD card, or each of them, but those three will be the most popular. Can block all of them and then allow only to the devices that you know based on the serial number, but you don't have to like insert the serial number by yourself, because we have a tool in inventory that can collect the complete list of the devices that has been connected to our computers. So when you connect anything to your computer, then we have the information about the serial number, and based on the serial number from this list that you can see right now, you can add a device as something that you are trust, and add an options of communication for different employees group, or to different employees or different group as you want. So it might be only for edit, it might be read, write, and execute based on the rules that you have internally. Here we have something called audited paths, and that's very nice option, because if you have something like NAS, something like shared catalog with access for like a whole company, for example, then you can add the path to this catalog right here as a rule, and then the system will start collecting the data about what and who did in this catalog, what and when did in this catalog. And when we take a look to operational audit, we can see that this Jacob connected to one of the catalog with added path here, delete the file called plick test, then he rename other file to plick testowy, then he create a new document, rename it as well. After that, he changed the size, so probably add some information into the file and deleted it at the end. If he will copy it to flash drive, then we can get the info right that in this system as well. It will be listed just below it. So we have like complete visibility of what is happening on the catalogs with the important data for us. From the other hand, in Data Guard, we have also option of the security here. So you have a view of the agent devices and what we know from those devices. Windows Defender. We know that on those machines, we have only Windows Defender, and we can manage this Windows Defender. If you have something else, some other antivirus, then the nVision will list you only the name on this third-party antivirus with the information that is turned on. But we cannot manage some other antivirus. Then we have BitLocker, information about decrypted and encrypted drives, and Windows Firewall, information if it works or if it has been blocked somehow. When we open the device and click the security, then we can see that this device has one encrypted and one decrypted drive. So we can turn off or turn on a BitLocker, and also we can back up a recovery key. When we click it, we can save it as a document in assets, and immediately the system is sending this key into a dedicated catalog in inventory, with all the information, with the date and time, and also with the information to which of the machines it has been created for. So this is data guard module. Okay, so let me now explain you the smart time. Smart time is similar to users, but it shows the user activity data in a little bit different way, because smart time is a module that has been created for business purposes, not for like technical or IT guys. So let me show you the same information, the same type of data that we got in users earlier. The same person, Anna Kowalska, the same month with information. What we can see here, we have something like productivity threshold. We didn't have it in users. We have productive time, time at the computer, work time, and away from the computer time as well. But when we look for one particular day, then we can see this in a really nice graph, and the graph with different colors. What those colors means? Well, the green one are productive application time. The red one are unproductive, and the gray are neutral. Also, here we have like gaps, and those gaps are of course break, the time when the employee was outside of the computer for longer than 5 minutes. Here you can see a list of the application from productive time group, neutral and unproductive group. And of course, you can change those applications internally in your company. You can add different type of list of applications for productive, neutral, and unproductive groups for different group of employees even. So if you have from one hand the marketing guys who need to have an access to Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, and from other hand you have some guys from, I don't know, some technical department for whom those applications are unnecessary, then you can create a different rules with different accesses for different employees, and then each and every of the employees may have an access for it if you want it. Each and every of the managers may have an access to this system as well to monitor his team or his employees in his team from the perspective of productivity. So this is users. And the last one module for today is help desk. So let me start from the perspective of a user. What we can do from perspective of user, we can take the action with remote access, desktop preview. This is our technology. This is not something based on RDP or something else. Or you can also create an announcement. Let me start with announcement. Here you can insert any type of the information. Here we can create a title. Here we can add a print screen. And send something like that to selected users and that selected devices and all users with the confirmation that might be mandatory. And when we send it, the employee will see something like that, the pop-up like that on his screen with, for example, some information or with a print screen from some email. And to close it, the employee have to confirm it. Click this checkbox to has an option of closing it. So it's like very, very nice way to inform your employees about different changes, for example, or something critical. So now let me show you how to use our remote access. I'm choosing the device or the employee. I'm connecting to Jakub, the same person I was showing you just a minute ago. Unfortunately, Jakub is outside of his computer because this is only perspective of our lab. So this person is on virtual machine. All right, so when we are already on his computer, we can choose the monitor that we would like to work on. We are choosing the first one. Here we can do whatever we want, create any type of action. And also here we have file manager. So we can send any type of driver, of application, of information or procedure directly to the computer of the employee. Also, we can switch the way of connection. It might be concurrent access. So both me and an employee has an access to the mouse and the keyboard. We can create view only, and also we can connect with option of blocking the user mouse and keyboard, and then we are taking like the 100% of a computer and blocking him his connection and his rights. Okay, so what else? Well, the second part of help desk we got with the web access. What we can see here. So first of all, we have a dashboard with the priority, statuses, and category amount of tickets with some information here. But what's the most important? We have a chat that will be always encrypted. You can create a group chat here, and all of your users may use this chat. Also, you have like complete list of the tickets. Me as Tomasz Domalewski here has an access to over 600 tickets, but it's only 2 assigned to me directly. That's very important. I will show you later why. Also, when the employee would like to add you a ticket, then normally he has an access only to those free spaces, so category, subject, description, and also it might add a screenshot or attachment. The rest of them are normally for administrators only. For different category, you can create some additional information or some additional spaces. Let me maybe choose something interesting, purchase application. When someone is asking us for some purchases, then we add 2 approvers, and always those 2 guys has to confirm and that we can buy something or for this employee. So we can do as many changes like that, as many we want. Also, we have a knowledge base. Into a knowledge base, you can add, for example, like internal policy or some instructor. And then by the automation, you can connect automatical answer with the link to the document with different type of tickets, and the system might answer automatically to employees. And here we have two important things: ticket visibility and ticket assignment. So who can see what kind of tickets? And here again, you can use it also outside of IT, because back office might be added here, but only with visibility for back office tickets. And also who's responsible for what kind of tickets. And then if we add back office person, then we will add them only access and we will assign them only the tickets through back office category. And in the settings, you can manage all the structure and change it the way you would like to. You can create submission forms for different categories, and also you can create your approval flow. So who should approve what kind of ticket. All right, I'm out of time, so I have to finish, but well, this system has a lot of options, so I normally can even spend 2 or 3 hours speaking about it. But for today, that will be enough, I believe. If you would like to talk more, of course, you can contact Hakan, and if it will be needed, he will ask us for support. guys, do you have any questions? Then you can ask them through Q&A section.
Thank you, Thomas, for your presentation. It was perfect. Sorularınızı alabiliriz isterseniz. Sorularınız var ise. İleride sorularınız olacaksa da bana direkt ulaşabilirsiniz. Teknik tarafta her şekilde hızlı dönüş sağlayacağımızı garanti ediyoruz. Ürünü beğendiğinizi umarız. Sorunuz var mı? Biz teşekkür ederiz Seçil Hanım. Sanırım daha fazla soru gelmeyecek gibi duruyor. Herkese katıldığı için çok teşekkür ederiz zaman ayırdığınız için. Kendinize çok iyi bakın. Thomas, there is no question. So thank you very much for all.
Thank you so much for today. And as I said, anytime you need us, we will support meetings like that. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Toplantımızı bitiriyoruz.